Hey now, thanks for checking out ChrisCatto.com. And I'm just prepping for the Swamp Coast Code Camp number 3. And this year my session is going to be on data-driven .NET applications. So, I just wanted to kind of give you a preview and overview of what the session is going to be. This session is for all skill levels, and it's really just starting from a lot of fundamentals to some more advanced topics. It's a good wide range. Personally, currently a software developer at movietickets.com. I'm an owl, went to school at FAU, and certified Microsoft professional. And just a lot of, just kind of general, how I organize my content. I try to group all my items, and then I really try to present the most important content first. It's going to be a jam-packed session. There's going to be a ton of content in here. Um, just looking at the title, just really focusing on how we can develop applications and have all the content data driven, either by a database or a service or XML. And the type of applications we're going to look into are web applications, basically an ASP.NET application and a Windows Phone 7 application, WP7. Again, the session is going to be broken up into database development, some into web applications, data access layer, and Windows Phone 7. Looking in the database development, we're going to get into the IDE Management Studio. We're going to get into queries. We're going to look at design versus scripts. We're going to look at stored procedures, and then some more advanced topics. When we look into the development, we're going to really look into ASP.NET and web applications. We're going to get into Studio. We're going to get into the controls that we use, more UI like master pages and CSS, and also some debugging skills. When we look in the data access layer, we're going to really focus in on a lot of ADO.NET, just kind of look a little at a web service, and also going to look at some XML and RSS, and just kind of give an overview of WCF. And looking at the WP7, I'm going to take a look at some apps, just how the apps can be data driven, and also take a look at some of my money math. And so here's our database here, and you can see we're just looking in a table here with a bunch of records. And if we look at the stored procedure here, we're executing a stored procedure, obtained schedule weeks, and now we have a better table. So that's kind of the database side. Now I'm just kind of trying to give you a little bit of the code that we'll be looking at and inspecting. So here we saw the database, and now we're looking at a web page. Here you can see we could select this record, and we will view the details. Obviously there's some debugging there too, but here we can look at this record and then view the details down here. So that's kind of, the data is in the database, and here's the web page displaying the records. Also, we're going to take a look at some fun apps, like here's my Captain Action Windows Phone 7 app. So here's a little panel, and it's just kind of about comics. Captain Action is the original superhero. We've got a couple other apps that we'll take a look at. Here's basically a Christian living with the 10 Commandments on it. You can kind of see. Here's another application, and then here's my open source application that's on Codeplex. And we'll take a look at here. We can get an RSS feed, and we'll get this data right from the internet right here. This data is going to come from the internet. It's not static, see? So that's my most recent blog post. And just a couple other things with Windows Phone 7. So that's an overview of what we're going to be looking at in at the Swamp Coast Code Camp. And thanks for checking out this video. And the more details, you can check out my blog post at tinyurl.com/Catto SWFLCC for Southwest Florida Code Camp. Thanks again.